Players cheer on their teammates, yell out plays, leap to defend a goal, and bend down to tie their shoes in complete synchronization in the mesmerizing clips. In the most famous video, 5 Phoenix Suns teammates turn and sprint up the court at the same time, making the game look more like a choreographed dance performance than a game of basketball. So do these parallel gestures, apart from their whimsical appeal, indicate something about the team's performance? In this video, we'll list the incredible synchronization that looks like a glitch in the Matrix. Check them out. Number 1. Parker and Ginobili. Perfection. The multitude of players and teams around the league finding moments when they are completely in alignment has become one of the most popular storylines to open the 2017-18 NBA season. It started early in the season when all 5 Phoenix Suns players on the floor took off down court at the same time, and has now spread to the Houston Rockets standout Chris Paul and forward Trevor Ariza's sideline shenanigans. After point guard Tony Parker and shooting guard Manu Ginobili had almost identical reactions to a play, the San Antonio Spurs have joined in. What makes it even more amazing is that there is no precedent for this occurrence, and if it had been anticipated, it would be very difficult to perform with the fluidity that we all saw. Given the length of time that each of these teams have known each other, it was like a matter of time before a team like the Spurs would have a moment like this. Furthermore, after winning 4 championships together, Tony Parker and Ginobili have been in touch for quite some time. Number 2. Suns player starts running at the same time after turnover. The Suns were in sync early in the 2017 season. Nope, not basketball, where they lost by 1,000,000 points, but in this satisfying orchestrated sprint. The Blazers could have won 124-76 against the Suns in their season opener if their running game had been on point. The Suns' 5 competitors not only started sprinting at the same time, but they did so in perfect condition. In their season-opening loss to the Trailblazers on Wednesday night, the Suns didn't do anything well. Phoenix was defeated by Portland, the worst loss in franchise history, yet amid the nightmare there was one beautiful moment, a moment that would go down in history when all 5 Suns players jumped in perfect unison like a top synchronized swimming team. Following a turnover by the Trailblazers guard Pat Connaughton, the Suns starting lineup of Eric Bledsoe, Devin Booker, Josh Jackson, TJ Warren, and Tyson Chandler all turned at the same time, allowing Jackson to dunk easily. Number 3. Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder are hoping to make synchronized flopping an Olympic event. Thunder guards Derek Fisher and Thabo Sefolosha attempted to block Rockets center Omar Asik from rolling to the basket midway through the second quarter of a game between the Thunder and Houston Rockets. The Thunder played the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round and won in 7 games, then beat the LA Clippers in 6 games in the semifinals before losing in 6 games to the eventual NBA champ San Antonio Spurs in the conference finals. Number 4. Ricky Rubio and Derek Favors. There was a day when Ricky Rubio and Derek Favors both took off their warm-up shirts at the same time. According to Scott Wildermuth, an associate professor at the University of Southern California's Marshall School of Business, who studies how synchrony will improve teamwork, sports teams certainly do implement certain synchronistic routines to help them practice for games. These drills include everything from how to sprint up the court in step following a basket to performing defensive footwork in line dance formations. Number 5. Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis once lowered their heads and started jogging at the same time. Wildermuth believes that practicing moving as a unit will help teams be more selfless in their games. You're more likely to compromise for the team because you have the feeling of bond from synchronous activity, he says. You may see more assists in a basketball sense. People are willing to give up their chances to score to support their teammates. Number 6. Dwight Powell and Dennis Smith Jr. With their hands out, Dwight Powell and Dennis Smith Jr. charged and landed at the same time. Pre-game rituals involving orchestrated choreography and chanting seem to be crucial. Think of the haka dance performed by the New Zealand rugby team, the All Blacks before games. According to Delise Coffey, a coach and mental game mentor specializing in basketball, pre-game drills such as synchronized stretches and warm-up sessions help players develop a coherent state of mind and reinforce that they are all working for the same goal. Companies depend on broad, diverse teams of highly trained professionals to complete new initiatives such as acquisitions or overhauls of IT infrastructure. These teams are often assembled rapidly to satisfy an immediate need and collaborate virtually, often over long distances. Number 7, Draymond Green and Klay Thompson. Draymond Green and Klay Thompson all come to a halt to tie their shoes at the same time. But during these coordinated gestures, what's going on in the brain? And how can they spill over from pre-planned practice drills to spur-of-the-moment choices during games? Mirror neurons, according to UCLA psychiatrist Marco Iacoboni, may be at the origin of some of the coordinated activity. These cells are found in the brain's motor region and fire not just when we act, but also when we see someone else perform one. Our brains essentially imitate what the other person's brain is doing, as the name suggests. Number 8, 3 Golden State Warriors. In unison, 3 Golden State Warriors share their displeasure with a foul call. Mirror neurons, according to Iacoboni, are critical in assisting us in interacting with others. Rather than wondering what another person's movements mean, the mirror neurons will assist you in simulating their mental state. Another important feature he claims is that they aid in the development of empathy between the two individuals. When we watch someone close to us, like a friend, family member, or a teammate, our mirror neuron reaction is at its peak. Mirror neurons also pulse more as we make more movements that we are comfortable with. Pro basketball players have more mirror neuron activation than supporters or spectators, according to one report. In reaction to video clips of people shooting free throws, professional basketball players have more mirror neuron activation than spectators or sports journalists, according to one report. Taken together, it's no wonder that basketball players are particularly wired to imitate a teammate's actions on the court. Alternatively, since the players are highly experienced experts who have been qualified to do so, they may be making the same move at the same time in reaction to the same stimuli. You don't need to wait to see what your teammates are doing as your team gets the ball after a rebound or a steal. You just know, sprint up the court in the hopes of having a fast break opportunity. Number 9, Kevin Love and the referee. Kevin Love synchronized with a referee, but as Iacoboni points out, even this situation suggests a loyalty and a mental bond. When two teammates are reacting to the same incident at the same time and doing the same movements, it reveals that there is a high degree of cohesiveness. Parallel moves aren't the only thing that matters. Physical interaction between teammates is also linked to improved performance. In 2010, UC Berkeley psychologists found that teams with more regular high fives, chest shakes, and embraces had better results. The cause for this is a greater level of confidence and collaboration. Michael Krauss, now at the Yale School of Management, says, touch becomes this very insightful predictor of how much these teammates truly trust each other. The length of these very incidental, momentary touches gives you a fair idea of how much these teammates get together, how relaxed and protected they feel for each other, and how well they instinctively cooperate. Number 10, Doc and Austin Rivers. This coordinated moment was particularly intriguing because it features Doc and Austin Rivers, a father and son who are both annoyed. Synchronicity, contact, and what they stand for, trust, partnership, sacrifice, and communication, are essential in more than just basketball. These core elements of coordination are seen in almost any team-based practice, from dance to football. Iacoboni, for example, believes that mirror neurons will be particularly active in doubles tennis, possibly assisting players in moving in step with their teammates and anticipating their opponent's shots. At the same time, Krauss also believes that in baseball dugouts there will be a lot of contacts. So who will win the championship this year based on emotional rather than technological abilities? Just the Warriors, who are playing in the NBA Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, are included in the Synchrony video mashups. Given this, as well as their post-game celebrations, I'm betting on the Warriors to win back-to-back titles. And that's a wrap to incredible synchronization that looks like a glitch in the Matrix. Which one of these intercepts is your favorite of all times? Let us know your thoughts on our video in the comments below, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. We'll see you in the next one.